Cosplay Stitch and Seam. I'm Pannon.
I'm V-Fire.
And I'm David.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, David.
Ah.
Ew, David.
Yeah, David.
New David, new year, new David.
I do like a nice Pinot Grigio. I do like a nice Zinfandel every now and again.
Happy New Year. Did we say Happy New Year last episode? I can't remember.
I don't think we did. I think we said something about New Year. So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy
It's here.
2023. It's hard to believe that we're already in it. As we kick this off and get started, we are doing our New Year's resolutions and our New Year's cosplay goals, etc. for next year, or this year rather. And we got some on the Facebook group, but if you guys ever want to reach out throughout the year to let us know what your goals, your stories, your whatever's going on with you, give us an email at cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com or
go to our website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and you can fill out the forms on there, or
go to the Facebook page. And while you're on the internet telling us what you're working on, what your new projects are, you can also join our Discord if you prefer that. The link is on our website. And, of course, if you want to support the show, there are many different ways to do that. There is the leaving us a review kind of method. Things like that help algorithms show us to other people who might be interested. Share the podcast with a friend. And if you have a few bucks, we really appreciate anything that you can kick our way. We do have a Ko-fi, KOFI Cosplay Stitch, as well as a Patreon, patreon.com/Cosplay Stitch. For $3 a month, we will give you a shout out on the show every single episode. And for $5 a month, you can join our D&D live stream called Cosplay Chronicle, where you can even impact the show. You can name things, you can throw different beasts at the players. It's always fun, and we have such a great time every time we play.
don't let my himbo die.
I make no promises.
Well, if you would like to... Sorry, David. I totally lost my train of thought on my makeup talking. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
If you want to try out some new cosmetics for the new year, you can always go to foxbeauty.store and check out all of their lovely eyeliners, eyeshadows, lip colors. And if you use that promo code Stitch and Seam at checkout, you get 10% off your purchase of all vegan, not tested on animal products. Woo!
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
David's like, I'm going to leave that whole mess in.
Whole thing in. Great to have a nice blooper at the beginning of the year.
Oh, so good. So good. So how was y'all's 2022?
It was a year.
What a year. Did you learn something new? Did you finish a goal?
I got stuff. I got cosplay things kind of done. I didn't do as much cosplay this past year.
Same though.
I did podcast things. Those were my goals. Let's talk about the cosplay side of things first and foremost. What did the two of you get done this year?
Oh my gosh. I was frantically looking back through what I had worked on in the past year. I'm not sure whether I should count my little One Piece cosplay as last year or this year. I guess it depends on how this year goes if I want to count it toward my tally. Because I don't think I made a whole lot of new ones this year. I did get to go to some conventions locally and out of state, which was nice. I got to see friends. I definitely was a little more relaxed this year, or in 2022, but I had a lot going on and bought a house and all kinds of crazy stuff. So makes sense.
Living that boomer dream.
And so I haven't made a whole lot of new cosplays, but I did get to fix up some of the ones that I've been sitting on for a while and make a little bit of progress on everything here and there. And I want to say, like, I learned some new skills. Oh, I've been learning how to use my embroidery machine, which has been really fun. Big thanks and shout out to Jaguar Quinn again for letting me use their program. I'm really excited to see what I'll be able to use it for on projects going forward. How about you, Mercedes?
The only cosplay that I made last year was the test run of the Hyperlight Drifter.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, otherwise I dabbled in a bunch of them. Little pieces here and there. Bought a lot of supplies for a bunch of them.
Learning new embroidery stuff for Hyperlight Drifter.
Yes. Did learn new embroidery stuff. Always something new to learn there. Freaking love embroidery.
Good.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, also not a very busy year for me too. Usually I only get one costume done. One, maybe two.
I mean, that's not bad. We talk about it like it's like the end of the world if we don't have 3 brand new costumes to wear for every single convention we go. It's not. It's fine.
Yeah, the people who have that kind of gumption and time and energy is like, you are superpowered. The people who are like, I'm going to a con. It's the main one I'm going to this year. And I have 4 costumes planned. Friday will be this one. The second half of Friday is that one. All day Saturday is this one, with a surprise later in the evening for Saturday. And then Sunday will be the comfy cosplay. Oh, dear Lord, I hope it's a comfy cosplay because I'm tired just thinking about it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I think one of the things that I learned this last year is I started like really thinking about 3D printing as part of the cosplay kind of mindset. I recently finished watching Berserk again for the time, and I'm like, I would really love to do a Guts cosplay, but I just don't have the time to sit down and like pattern it out and cut out all the pieces out of foam and then sand that and bevel that, do the whole 9 yards, right? And I was looking at Etsy just like randomly, and I saw a pattern for the full like the wolf armor from later in the manga.
Oh, get out.
It was like $40 for the entire manga accurate design.
Oh,
wow.
And I was like, I would love to do this if I had a printer that wasn't resin. And so like my challenge like was later then of like, I want to do more 3D printing. So I printed the gun from Control.
Oh, okay.
The service weapon, just to be like, all right, I want to figure out how this would go, because I've been using it to print minis and dice and like small things, but I would love to like figure out how do props work better? How do I make this work for me? And I think that's one of the things that I'm like, I may not be doing a lot of cosplays, but I'm trying to like, what about props? I like props. I like having pieces of like, I made this. This is cool.
Absolutely. That is completely valid. And like a really cool skill to get more experience and improve on.
Yeah, definitely.
That is awesome. Do you have any Mercedes that you want to talk about?
Upcoming year, right? Just double checking. Oh my gosh, my brain. Yeah.
Something new you want to learn, or?
I want to get better with like electronics. Like doing lighting and all those kinds of things. I think I say that almost every year. But like I've got like a bunch of lights and batteries and electronics kind of stuff purchased. I just haven't done anything with them, and it'd be kind of fun to like sit down and tinker with them and actually see what I can make, see if some of my ideas would actually work. Because that'd be really, really fun. So I definitely want to do more of that. I also want to do more 3D printing as well. At the center that I work at, I've been teaching 3D modeling, doing 3D animation class this semester, and just really getting more comfortable with using that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I could make a model and then print it and see how that turns out. Be very, very cool. I might
Yeah,
have
that
something like
sounds
that
really
for Zagreus in a few weeks.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice. So is that your big goal costume?
Yeah, my big goal costume is Zagreus for February.
Mhm.
And then don't really have a plan after that other than tinkering with stuff here and there. So yeah, gonna have a casual year.
That is okay too. That is awesome. I'm trying to think of like what I want to do, and mostly it's like finishing projects I've started, because I have started so many things and I need to like uh figure out which ones I want to like actually finish and which ones I can just like let go.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do my last lights, so to speak, from our cosplay chronicles, where you can let go of your old ones and embrace new things.
Yeah.
So I almost finished Saber from Fate Stay Night. I did like the clamp version of her dress. Like, I've been working on it for like on and off for probably almost 5 years. I just keep picking it up and putting it down and picking it up and putting it down. But I finally signed up for a contest with it.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping that gives me the drive to like finish the things I want to finish. And then I can, I don't know, wear it to a few different cons or let it go or just move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Have all those Dawn May costumes I want to make, of course. I've had a couple of them in the works for a while, and I just kind of got stagnant on the embroidery pieces. So I'm kind of excited to see if I can work some of the new machine embroidery into it too.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I would like to do 2B from Near Automata. As much as I love her like default dress, I found like some of the alt skins that she has that I really dig. So I might go that route just because like I know how to make those faster, but yeah. Well, that, and I really like the aesthetic, because the one I was thinking of is like this really short kimono thing, and I just it has like a cute little kitsune mask thing, and it's just
Super
very
cute.
Love that aesthetic.
You would rock that.
Thanks. And I love that game, so I I got it on the Switch too, so that I can play it a little more.
That ending of the game, just a side tangent, the ending of the credits, and like that left me feeling hopeful for the future. Like that was like, oh my gosh, people care. I love this. It was such a great ending. Sorry, continue.
I was like, wait, which ending? There's 26.
Yeah, that's fair. The end credits where you're fighting the credits.
Okay. Yes, that was very cool.
So like ending D, I think?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
That was awesome. But yeah, I would say like if I get that much stuff done, I would be pretty stoked. I'm trying to make a goal for this year of setting aside specific times to work on cosplay. Since my partner teaches music lessons from our house, it's like there'll be times when I'm just kind of like twiddling my thumbs or like watching TV or something, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, while he's like teaching lessons, I can make that my crafting time, where I can just kind of like sit quietly and craft and listen to audio books and get things done, and it's a good little me time.
Love that.
Yeah. So, woohoo! What about you, David?
So I like the idea of doing more 3D printing. There's a new printer that's out on the market as of right now that has like this insanely giant print area, and I was watching a video of it, and this guy printed a full scale, like to him, chest plate from Doom. He was doing Doom Guy in one single print.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like 6'2", so he did like the top half of the torso with the exception of like the lower abdomen in one giant print. And I was like, if I could do that and
cool.
never have to worry, like you just set up the print and you walk away, and then while the next thing is printing, you're sanding the first thing down, right? You know, that just like it very much appeals to the technology side of things for me. So I think I want to start looking at more 3D aspects of things, get into 3D modeling. Our past guest and friend of the podcast, Hina, messaged me because we've traded 3D prints before, and they asked me if I was like familiar with 3D modeling, and I was like, no, but I want to be better.
I can help teach you.
I would love that. We should definitely set that up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like I'm just, I've got Blender on my computer. I'm just going to sit down, watch some tutorials, because that's, in my opinion, that's how I best learn, is like how to create, I don't know, a dragon. And then that way, like it teaches you so many skills, and then you can figure out like, oh, if I do, X, Y, and Z for scale print, then I might be able to do that for something else. So yeah, those that's my big thing, is like I want to do more 3D modeling. I want to figure out how to design my own things. I'd love to be able to sit down and from scratch design something and then print it. I think that's one of my big goals for the year, is sit down from scratch. You get that cube in Blender and then model it into whatever I want.
That sounds awesome. I think that's a great goal. Yeah. Well, we also asked y'all in our Facebook group to share your own goals for the coming year. So we wanted to read through and shout out to y'all for these like awesome goals and comments. First one to comment was Victoria, who says, I really want to do a Pietro Maximoff from Avengers Age of Ultron, Scarlet Witch, and Winter Soldier from Captain America. Good choices. Oh, those are fun ones. Those
are really good.
Yeah.
Next one we have from Zenith, who, again, thank you so much for keeping up on the Work in Progress Wednesdays or the Work in Progress Thursdays, because some of us forgot. They wrote, I have 2 cosplay groups that I'm excited about happening next year. One is Ah My Goddess with 3 goddesses. It was supposed to be this year, but one of my friends had a family emergency, had to cancel. Always unfortunate. The next one is Fire Emblem 7 Lords. My work in progress right now is for Elliewood. I'm super excited for both of these plans. I have other side plans, but I don't want to jinx them yet. Other than those builds, I also bought a costume just to give me a break from making stuff. It's a nice change of pace and also a reminder to myself that I'm not less of a cosplayer if I buy my costumes. Another goal of mine is toning my body to get healthier for longevity. I'm hitting the big 3-0 and I feel older than that. Yeah. Those are good goals. Those are really good goals.
As we all sigh in old age.
Shout out for the like fun old school. I don't want to like make you feel older by saying old school, but like, I haven't seen like cosplays from these like games and anime for a bit. So
yeah, it's very cool. Dope though.
Love seeing Oh My Goddess.
We've also got one from Erin, who says, I'm hoping I can finally do my Edward Elric cosplay as well as some dance plans with my group.
Oh yeah. Cute. Yeah. I love seeing their group.
Yeah, I love seeing Erin's work. There's some really cool stuff.
Gabrielle says, I am working on making Cyber Nozomi from the Love Live franchise. Most people make it out of vinyl, but I hate working with vinyl. So I'm making it out of satin and lots of interfacing. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. And I also love Nozomi. So, best of luck.
Dr. Steggy writes, I'm working on armor. I have a version of Link from the new Zelda in progress. Ooh. I think it's going to be one of those things that gets an update every con for a while. I'd like to compete with it eventually. I'd also really like to make progress on my Hylian soldier armor. I keep getting distracted.
Know how that goes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a mood.
Right? I mean, especially with the new Zelda game coming out, that's going to be a big distraction.
Dude,
the sequel to Hollow Knight's coming out this year, supposedly. That's going to be it. Yeah.
Gosh.
There's been a lot of stuff on that. I could turn this into a Hollow Knight podcast. I'm not going to.
Later, yes, though.
Excitement.
I didn't even know it was getting a sequel. Dang.
What?
I didn't know Hollow Knight was getting a sequel. I didn't know.
Move on. I can't be dragged into this, you guys. We gotta move on.
Okay. Move on. Becky's got says that I'm wanting to work on costumes that have been on my to work on list that I have already purchased supplies for, and to use more fabrics from my stash. I'd love to enter a couple more craftsmanship competitions too.
Nice.
I'd also like to finally get my historical ball gown made for Casca from Berserk done.
Oh.
Wow, yeah. I've been planning the original 90s version of the ball gown since 2009. I'm planning on using historical patterns for the dress.
That's really cool. Oh,
I can't wait to see that one.
I love this so much.
Kenzie says, I plan on making a new Holo cosplay from Spice and Wolf. She's a fun cosplay to take down to the Ren Fair. Oh, I bet she'd be like perfect for a Ren Fair.
I've taken pictures of Silverfire in her Holo at a Ren Fair before. It's
cute.
perfect.
Kayla writes, my goal next year is to make some cosplay only out of leftover fabrics from other cosplays. That's an awesome goal. So cool.
That's a great goal.
Upcycle those fabric scraps.
Yeah. Ginger says, I'm hoping to get my wasp from Endgame done with moving wings, backpack interchanges with the stationary wings. Big leap for me trying new techniques and adding electronics. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I am all here for this. I love the wasp. She's like my favorite. I will not get stuck on that. I love the wasp.
I love seeing like moving wings. I think that's such a cool effect to have on cosplays.
Yeah. Did you guys see Miss Ukraine?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Very cool.
So
Chills.
good.
Chills. And props. Breeze says, I'm planning on doing more solo performances and shooting for trying out for an international competition with my best friend. I'm so excited for 2023 to get here. Nice. Well, good luck.
Surprise, we're here.
It's here. Oh, no.
Anne Rose writes, my goal is to finish my costume piece for a contest in July. I love this. It's short and it's specific. It has a deadline. This is a fantastic thing. I want to finish the costume for a contest in July. That's wonderful.
Excellent. Ashley says, I'm planning on doing Princess Peach and Daisy with my husband doing Mario and Luigi. Masked Fighter Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho, Sailor Jupiter, Renge, and Kyoya from Orna High School Host Club, and Hera from Lore Olympus for sure. But I will also be working on Rapunzel and Eugene from Tangled, Princess Zelda and Link from Twilight Princess, and Riza and Roy from Full Metal Alchemist, with hopes of completion by 2024. Ooh.
Oh, heck yeah.
I would love to see all of that. That's a list.
Yeah.
I wish you the best, Ashley. That's awesome.
Hey, definitely. Katie says, I'm hoping to attend more conventions in the upcoming year. I am going to be a guest at the beginning of the new year, so I am hoping that opens more opportunities for the rest of the year. Nice. That's congrats. I also hope to better myself as a cosplayer and maker, especially in the makeup department. I used to be very good at makeup, but stopped practicing as much over the years and hope to start again. My first project of the new year is going to be Princess Peach. Heck yeah!
Yay!
Don't drop that crown, queen.
X Angel writes, I've got a few fix up Artemis, get part or all of Gajinka outfit for myself done, make sure some group cosplays happen, start a ball gown, do new stuff at conventions, and go to new conventions. Also, more art and video games. I definitely like more video games. I did this thing where I'm tracking like all of the media that I consume for the year. So movies, video games, books, comics, documentaries, whatever. And I even give it a little rating and whatnot. And one of the first things that I completed in the new year was a video game. So,
hey, nice.
Yeah.
Dude.
What game?
Control. Sorry. I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Control. I've been obsessed. The mechanics are fantastic. I love the concept. The story was a little meh, but that has been in my head way more than I thought it would. I thought it'd be like a fun 10-hour game, but I printed the gun from the game because it was just, this is a cool design.
All right.
Yeah.
Nicole says, I'm going to work on my dream quick change cosplay of Sailor Moon. I've been doing quick changes for years now, and I think I'm finally ready to take on my favorite dream costumes. My last quick change was an Elsa to Rickroll for Colossal Con.
Oh my god.
Wow. Please share a video link to that. I want to see.
I need to see that. That sounds amazing.
So good.
Let's see. Kristen says, I'm dreaming about starting the designing and planning for a pair of Jackal and Skirmisher outfits from the Halo games for me and my partner. This year, I'm planning to finesse my basic slim Kigurumi pattern so I can make it shareable, including a little sew here guide, and generally work on sculpting more. I have a goal to improve my workflow and processes to better my production speed without stressing myself out in the process. Looking at you, Con Crunch.
Hell yeah.
Very good call.
Tim writes, I just want to get Zandra done. 12 years in the making.
Oh, dang. Well, best of
very
luck.
cool.
Yeah.
Ben says, remake my decade-old Jedi Link and possibly start making Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
Nice. Good choices.
Excellent.
Good choices. Sakura Rogan says, the cosplays for this year, I plan to compete again with my Crimson King version of Adol Kristen, as well as work on a few new pieces like Tachibana from Life with a Guy Who Reincarnated into a Fantasy Knockout, a geek-bound Loki. That's a long name for anime names are getting longer and longer. A geek-bound Loki, and hopefully bring back Lenneth Valkyrie from Valkyrie Profile. Others may be delayed in favor of finally sleeping before and during cons, slowly making progress on that goal. Yes, please focus on that one.
Yes.
We want to see all of our lovely listeners healthy and well and thriving.
Mick writes, started the plans for my first project. Hope to get it off the desk this year. Legion from Mass Effect. What?
Ooh.
Oh, that's going to be so good. I'm very curious to see how you do, like, the head of Legion. Like, that'll be good. That'll be really cool.
Shining Sakura says, I plan to do lots of kimono cosplay, especially within Clamp characters, because why wouldn't you with the gorgeous art like that? Lately, I've been watching some kimono influencers and was inspired with creativity behind the ways you can upcycle worn, tired, and damaged kimono, obi, etc. into other things. That got me thinking about what cool things I could do with my own unwearable damaged kimono in my stash to be able to wear them again and merge them together or upcycle them into obi and such. Think along the lines of kintsugi, but for kimono.
Love it.
That'll be really cool.
I'm now just picturing, instead of like with the kintsugi, but like different materials of fabric. So you have like kind of a plush vinyl here, and then you've got a cottony material there, and then something knit there.
Oh, dang. That would be pretty cool. The texture, David. The textures.
It'd be nothing but textures. Like someone would be really upset by it, and other people's would be really excited about it. Like,
let's see. We got just a couple more. Sandra says, "I have a binder full of. I should do that someday. I will start and finish at least 3 this year. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like having a binder because it's like that visual
Physical
reminder just right in front of you. Yeah.
I have a folder on my desktop, and it's very full. And lastly, Katie writes, I'm sure I've missed the cutoff, but my goal... You didn't. Look at that. But my goal this year is less con crunch and finishing 2 dream costumes that have, no lie, been on my one-day list since I started cosplaying in 2004. I'm excited to see whatever those cosplays are, because I know those one-day cosplays, they feel impossible, but you never know until you try.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking would be fun now that we know everybody's goals and whatnot is doing maybe like a half-year check-in.
Ooh, you're gonna hold me accountable, Panna?
I know. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Or at least like remind you of those lovely things that you wanted to learn and do and enjoy.
Crap.
I can now picture, like, in June, Pannon's going to tag every single one of you who have made this post, like, how's that going, by the way?
I'm just like the reverse evil Santa Claus. Like, have you been good or bad? Have you been working on your cosplays? I see you when you con crunch. I know when you're awake.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying. I love it. It's terrifying.
Santa Claus is coming to town this July. Oh, well, this is fun, and thank you guys for like sending in your goals. And I like, even if you missed the cutoff, if you didn't get mentioned on the show, like, please still share them either in like our Discord or on our Facebook group, or hey, you could send that to us at cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com, or
you can go to our website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and fill out the forms on there. We'd love to hear from you. Or
go to the Facebook page!
Woo!
While you're on the Facebook page, join our fantastic community. We would love to see what you're working on. They would love to see what you're working on. It is nothing but positive vibes and hyping people up. Last episode, we were doing horror stories, and as a not horror story, we talked about Dr. Steggy doing some cosplay stuff for their niece. And in that Discord, they even updated not a niece, a friend, a kid, for a child. I'm leaving all of this in because it's easier
mini
to
adults.
Mini adult, a not human,
tiny human.
Oh man! All right, let's get this done. But that all that happened on our Discord, and it was really great to see that. Also on our Discord, Decepticon sympathizer pointed out in the anime channel, guys, David was right. Chainsaw Man was awesome. to which I replied with a GIF of Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine going, "Vindication!"
Perfect. I need to watch that one still.
And also, you know, if you need more recommendations, the Last of Us, the TV show, is out now, and you should definitely go check that out. That's really good. But enough about our Discord server. If you want to support the show, so that way we can continue hosting these things, the website, the podcast, all of that, starts by sharing the podcast with a friend, leaving a review wherever it lets you. Spotify has 33 5-star reviews. You guys are fantastic. I don't know what we did to deserve you guys, but we're very lucky to have all of you listening. And if you are feeling generous, we do have a coffee, KOFI Cosplay Stitch, as well as a Patreon, patreon.com/Cosplay Stitch. Some of the amazing people that we need to thank are Mace, Tim Yoke, Wanderboy Cosplay, Troft Cos, Lydia, Rose Does, Yggdrasil, Dr. Steggy, James Donaldson, Cynics, Hot Riku, Renamira, Jazzy Kofed, Gloria Shu, Sudi, and Silver Deeds.
I like the little like echo overlay there.
Yeah.
Thanks as always to Macy Roberts for the use of her music as our theme song, and David Jeffress for his amazing editing. How are your podcasts going, David?
They are going so good. Comic Trades Monthly is where you can go to listen to one of my other podcasts where me and one of my friends sit down and talk about a comic book in a book club format, talking about the ins and the outs and what does it all mean and what did we draw away as a moral. Because comic books aren't just pictures, and they're not just for kids. And of course, I can't recommend enough. If you enjoy The Last of Us, heavily inspired by The Last of Us is The Last Voice. No, it was not named the same, but definitely, again, inspired by. If you enjoy zombies, if you enjoy that creepy audio, creepy vibe of zombie apocalypse, go check out The Last Voice. Season 2 is done. I am working on Season 3 right now, and I can't wait to show you all what I'm doing there. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Oh man. So I told my friend that I liked Beyonce, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, "Whatever floats your boat." And I said, "No, that's buoyancy." Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.